Hi everyone, I hope this finds you well. I am well. Boy, that's not centered at all, is it? I am doing this as part 2. I just ended the first part because I went way over the time. So I am coming back with part 2 of this manipulated fabric heart, and I'm showing all the steps in it this time. And I have to keep jumping up and checking my camera. I'm going to move you over just a touch. Right there. Sorry if that made you dizzy. That's not quite it. Close your eyes. I'll be back. I went the wrong way. There you go. Open your eyes. All done. Alrighty. Now, we got the center part done. This is the part I did in the previous video. Now I have all these fun, this ribbon is this shiny ribbon here. I just gathered a big piece yesterday, and I want to attach enough things that I'm leaving some space for knots and stuff. However, I have to be careful how much space I leave, because the last time it took me hours and hours and hours to do the knots, and that was a lot of knotting. So I'm just playing with my yarn. This is yarn I spun a long time ago when I was spinning yarn. Oh, Martha, make up your mind where you're going with that. Now, this is not the same yarn that I showed in the previous video. That is, where's that yarn? It's right here. And I will use that as well. I think I might tuck that right up under there. That would be fun. But I don't know that I love it. Okay. See, you have to start playing with where you want the stuff. And I had debated on whether to I don't know if I want that. That's more orangey. It has orange in it. I like the yellow much better. I might tuck that right along there. You know, if I'd done that back when I was spinning this yarn, I would have had a heart attack. Now it's like, snip it off and use it, girlfriend. That's what it's there for. All right, I definitely want that there. So time for some thread. I'm going to use the lighter thread this time. Yes, in the previous part, I used the darker variegated thread. I had to close my drape, so I hope the lighting is okay. It is so hot this afternoon. Ugh. Come on, Martha. Yay. There's actually a park in America, and of course I can't remember what it is. I was going to check the temperature. I can't remember which park it is, which is terrible, I know, but I don't remember these things off the top of my head. It's actually 91 and feels like 96. So it's a warm one. And if I do the conversion, hey Siri, what's the conversion for Fahrenheit to temperature? Okay. Close. Hey Siri, close. Okay. Hey Siri, what's the Fahrenheit to Celsius conversion for 98 degrees Fahrenheit? So it's 36.67 degrees Celsius. It's warm. So, yeah, Martha's hot. The sun comes, now I took this out of the hoop. I don't know if I'm going to be sorry I did that. The sun comes right in. I have very large sliding glass doors here in the room. And I have to have blackout curtains because it gets so hot in the summer in this room. And we have oh, look at that. Do I want to keep that? I could, couldn't I? Well, sometimes things happen for a reason, so we're going to keep that. I'm just going to couch it down. I did it again. The follies of Martha. It's okay. I'm flowing with the roll here. Rolling with the flow. I'm chilling out. I got my friends with me. Hi, friends. Yes, it gets so hot in this room that I can't, and I just can't in the afternoons. And so I have two lights. I have an OttLite and a OttLite pretend lamp. Needle, needle, where's the needle? Okay, it's going to try and do that again. This time I caught it. We're just going to help that go down there. Yes, we are. Now, as I said in the previous video, I am going to leave room for French knots, lots of French knots, and some bullion knots, and maybe, I don't know, because I don't want it to look weird. I don't want just random stuff sticking up all over the place. I don't want it in the middle of that stitch. I really like the fabric sticking up and everything, but I could possibly, maybe, if I feel like it, which I probably won't, I'll probably stick with French knots and colonial knots and small bullion knots, but I might stick in a couple of cast on bullion knots, but maybe not. We'll see. Okay, that's down. And I'll find something to stick in the middle there. I don't know what, maybe another button, maybe some beads. I might put beads there. I love this shiny ribbon. I think I'm going to put that. Well, no, let's do this here. Or I don't want to hide it under that. I really don't. Okay. I have to close this off. Knot it off. You know what I mean. Right? So how are you all doing? Have any of you tried a manipulated fabric project yet? If you haven't, you should. It's really fun. Like, I overmade. Well, now that I made the heart really big, I don't know. I may not have overmade. Maybe, maybe not. I'm going to pop this back in the hoop and see if I can do this easier instead of flopping this fabric all over the place like I am. I know I'm doing a lot of flipping back and forth of stuff, and it's just the way this project goes. You're working with a lot of items here. Okay, now I think that'll be better. So I'm going to, oh yes, see, if I do something like that, start it there. Now, you can use finer thread for this. You could use sewing thread for this. You don't have to use your precious variegated threads like I am. I don't know why I'm using them. It's the thread that works for me. I mean, now I do try, but not always succeed to get my thread not to come to the top of the ruffle, but on the bottom, the down part of the ruffle. Because you don't want to squish your ruffles down. I mean, you went to all that trouble to make them. And I should have gone downstairs and got some like sewing thread, but I didn't. So that's just how it's going to be today. If you use your supplies, then you just gotta buy more. Hopefully, if my cousin likes what I'm making, she will buy this. And I can buy more, right? Isn't that how it works? You need to come down here and behave. Behave yourself. I think I missed a spot. You think? Yeah, it's funny, like I just took a bunch of ribbon and fabrics and stuff like that out to the couch last night, and it didn't take me very long to you know, make the ruffles. And I was like, okay, now what am I going to do? Because I'm sure I have more than I need. And I came and got the project, the heart, and I'm like laying the stuff on there. I'm like, oh, that's a lot of stuff. I got way more than I need. But you know what? I'll use it on the next one. Maybe I'll take all the leftovers, you know, the pieces that I made too many of, and put them all in one heart and put all the colors together. Yeah, you know, I'm going to change this thread because I shouldn't be using my precious variegated thread for that. I really shouldn't. I'll use this stuff here. This is one of those threads that back when I was doing cross stitch, you took the skein and you cut it at the ends. Yeah. So that's how old this thread is, because I did that probably 20 years ago or more. And then last night I was sitting on the couch doing the ruffles, and I don't know. I put one over to the side where I was putting the completed things. I picked up something else, and all of a sudden my needle was gone. How many needles can you lose in one day, right? Well, if you're me, that number can be excruciatingly high. Okay, I'm going to start this under the ruffle. I think I'm going to bring this up here, actually. No? Actually, I'll move it. I'm trying to figure out what else I would put here and where the knots will go when I start doing knots. You and I will not sit and do knots together, trust me. This is probably boring you to tears as it is. Come on. Please go in there. Thank you. But it's the process. And I'm hoping if you picked up some supplies when you saw me starting to do this in the first video, and you want to do it along with me, you want to make one, then maybe you're stitching along with me. So to continue the story that I started in the previous part of this video, I sent Tony out. Tony is my husband. I sent him out when he went to go see our horse to go pick up a Facebook Marketplace box of goodies. I can't believe it, but the box of goodies has been sitting in the house for 2 hours. Almost 3. No, 2 hours. And I haven't looked at, I've looked at the top of it, what's on top. I can't wait to dig into it, but I'm going to do that on a video. I just want to get this started and do a little bit in this video. And then I'll come back. I'll do the rest of it, you know, on my own. And I'll come back with the finished heart. But seriously, I'd love to know if you are going to give this a try. You just have to go around your house and gather those supplies that you may have used for other crafts. Do you crochet or knit? Do you have yarn laying around your house? It doesn't have to be the kind of yarn I have. You can make, you know, little balls, pom-poms with your yarn and use that. That would be fun. I just happen to make, or used to, and I have all this yarn sitting downstairs that I made. It's wool. I don't love wool. Although this is really, this is so soft. I could wear that. Excuse me, hiccuping. I like that little bling up there. You can also, if you don't want to just do French knots, I don't know where that came from, you can do beads. If you have a bunch of beads laying around, use those. You can make anything you want, really. Now, I don't know if too many flowers is going to look funny. So, yeah, that's going over there. This linen has pretty big holes in it. I keep forgetting to make a big enough knot. It wouldn't come through the fabric, but the ruffle, but it would come through the linen hole very easily. So I have to make sure I really make a big enough knot to make sure these don't come off the thing. That would be bad. That would not be a good thing, right? And so you can manipulate these too. You can twist them. You could do that. You can do all kinds of things to make it interesting. This one's pretty short to do that with, but anyway, let's try that again. And you can always pin yours on and see where you want everything, and then go back and... Boy, I'm having a time, aren't I? Go back and tack it down. Stay. Dang it. Just stay there, please. My gosh. And that's really all you're doing is tacking these down. I mean, like I said, I probably should be using regular sewing thread. And I have enough colors of threads downstairs. I'm sure I probably have yellow somewhere. Although yellow is a color that I don't have a lot of in any form. I was shocked to find yellow yarn, but I don't have any like yellow crochet, like knitting or crocheting yarn. Gosh darn it. Having a time. It's not that hard. I just make things look way harder than they actually are. I don't know why that happens. I don't like it. It's not like I want to make the things I do make look harder than they really are. I don't mean to. I don't want it to discourage anybody else from trying to do it. This is me. Everything in my life has always been a little more challenging. It's just the way I am. Okay. Next, what do we put on next? Now I know a lot of my yellows are very much alike, so I have that to deal with. But this is a yellow piece, so. Might be too much yellow for some people. What else do I have? I love this with the polka dots. Now see, you can take this and twist it. Like that. And put that on. And let that stick up. Or you can just leave it down. Too many polka dots together. We can put it up under here and prop that flower up a little. That is an overpowering piece, isn't it? What else do we have? We have another shiny ribbon. Put it on opposing corners, maybe? Do I put it up here? No. I think it's going down there. I have to get longer thread. All right. I'm going to use quilting thread. Well, I don't think this is quilting thread. I think it's sewing cotton thread. I don't think this will show because I'm just doing tacking stitches. Oh, Martha, come on. Thank you. Of course, to make a knot in this, it's going to be a lot of knot making. So it doesn't come through that. Oh, that should work. So it doesn't come through the linen. All right, I'm going to start it right here. So it's just peeking out. Just peeking out from under the lace flower. Let go, please. But I'm not going to hide it all. Yeah, so go scrounging around your house. I think I said this when I made the first one. You can use pipe cleaners. You can use, if you have some of that eyelash yarn from back in the day, if you knitted or crocheted with it. Sorry. If you have yarn, not yarn, ribbon, like even if it's gift wrapping ribbon, that kind of ribbon. I even used some gold ribbon that was left over from Christmas because, you know, it sort of matched what I was doing in the last one. It just gave it that little bit of sparkle. Where's my thread? It's here somewhere. I can't feel it because it's so thin. And just use tacking stitches and tack the stuff down. And then what you're going to do is whatever space you leave is where you're going to put other stuff. You can use buttons, you can use pom-poms, you can use beads, you can use whatever floats your boat. Make small ruffles, more small ruffles to fill into spaces. You can do, my hand isn't big enough to reach around this hoop. You can do, I'm trying to think of what else. Do whatever floats you, you know, like make it yours. It's probably good. I didn't do this on the first part, but it's probably good to knot off each thing that you attach. I wanted this in the center, but it seems to have navigated its way sideways. I don't know why. However, that's okay. It's all right. It's all good. It's okay. I think I am going to have to put this over here. Kind of like that. And then there's some space for knots and stuff up here. I just want to make sure the lace doesn't get too lost and sticks up above it. Okay. Make a big knot in your thread, Martha. Big enough so it doesn't go through. Okay. My hand just does not reach around this. Oh my goodness gracious. Ow! Darn it. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera off and I'm going to continue to make my placements and tack down. And I am going to come back and probably start some knots with you after I get the ruffles all done. And I will then finish that up off camera. And then I will come back and show you the finished project. That should all take place in this video. Okay, so I will be back. Don't go anywhere. I'm back. How are you? New day. These videos that go over a 2-day period are really weird for me. Anyhow, this is what I've got so far. Let me stand up so I can see what I'm showing you. This is what I've got so far. Bring this light a little closer. So I did put a little plastic bead there. I have thousands of knots. Feels like thousands. It's probably not. It's probably hundreds. A little bit of wool right there. This little piece of fabric that almost looks like another flower shape, but it's not. It's not actually into a circle. Some more of the knots. Now I haven't covered everything yet. There's some wool tucked under there. I didn't really like the fabric showing through the lace a lot, so in places I tried to fill it in. Some more wool there that I twisted into a circle, and I've left some spaces. I still have some spaces to fill in. That's all filled in mostly, I think. A little space right there I need to do something with. So I worked on this last night and this morning, and it's now almost 2 o'clock again. Yeah, that's about how my days go. So I'm going to try and stay on camera. I have some little tiny beads here I'm going to use right here in the corner. I'm sorry, I have to keep jumping up and down. I'm just not tall enough to see my screen. And if I put the screen any closer, then you will be blinded by my hands flashing in front of you. We don't want that. So I'll do a little bit of this. I have about 21 minutes on the previous video. I don't want to let this go too long. There doesn't seem to be much interest in this project, so I won't bore you with a lot of it, but I wanted to finish it on camera, and I'm enjoying it. Now, again, I may, I've used all kinds of different threads. I have all of these here that I've used, all these different shades of yellow, and I've used these two. I have some other beads here, but they definitely look plasticky. I don't know if I'll use those or not. Of course, there's a couple little butterflies in here, and you know how I am about butterflies. But anyway, I have really enjoyed working with the yellow this time, even though it's not a color, like I don't own anything yellow to wear because, yeah, it does not go with my complexion. It's not flattering. So, I don't own anything yellow. I'm just filling in a few knots here because I want to put some beads along the edge here. And I don't know how much space they will take up when I get them put in. So as I said, it's a new day from the first part of this video. The first part was done on Thursday and was released. The previous part of this was released. Uh-oh, that was dumb. Oh, Martha, you got to bring the thread through to the top first, girl. Okay. Was released this morning, and as I said, I don't think there's a lot of interest in it since I did one of these before, but I am going to be making more of these because I really love the way they come out. I struggle a little bit at first with, you know, do I do this? Do I use that? Do I, you know, what do I have that I can use? And I am having a lot of fun with this. And as I've said, when I make the ruffles, I always tend to overmake them. Now, I am not doing what you're supposed to do. I'm putting the thread through each bead twice because I don't think this thread and needle will fit through twice. But I'm going to put 3 on, and then I'm going to knot them on the back. And then I'll put some more on. And that's how I do it if I don't think the thread I'm using, and should I be, no. Should I be using my variegated thread for this? No. But it honestly is the best thread to use for this. So I don't know. Hopefully when I need to get more, I'll have the funds to get more. That's how I look at it. Okay, I want you to stand up on your side, please. I did not put that thread in the correct place. So I am going to try and do this one twice and get this bead to turn because I really kind of messed that up. My directionals were off. Oh, well. All right, let's see if I can do the next one correctly. I know I can. Right. Oh, look at that. I really can when I work hard. Think about it. Thinking is hard today. I overslept this morning, and when I oversleep, not good things happen during the day. I have negative thoughts. I have problems with staying motivated. Ay. So today's been a day. And then Tony came in and wanted to go to Giant to get a couple of things. And then, I hope this works. Sometimes I do it this way too. Go back through all three and then down. There, that worked. I'm just going to finish out this row. These are working very well. Sorry, I know I have to tip the work so I can see it. My beading skills have gone downhill lately because I don't do it enough. There. I like it. I didn't add beads to my other ones, but I really like this. And I will have to do more of it. Okay. And down we go. That was mostly the white part of this thread anyway, so I'm okay with having used it for that. But I was telling you that we went to a grocery store. We get this specific brand of vegetable stock because I'm too lazy to make my own. I make a lot of other things myself, and sometimes being in the kitchen is not where I want to be. Yesterday, I was in the kitchen for 3 or 4 hours in a row, and I'm glad I have all that stuff made, but it's not always what I want to be doing. Like, I'd rather be doing this. So, let's see. I was going to use, I keep messing up, pushing these around. They're going everywhere. Now they went through the, oh no. I keep losing them. And they're going through the holes in the crochet thing, the crochet tablecloth here. I lost one down a hole here. Come back. I'll have to get that later. What was I saying? Where's the other two? They're there. I want to put one of these. I think I want to put it right here, which means I need to put some knots behind it. So I'll do that first. I tried to vary the colors of threads. I don't know if that knot's big enough not to go through the linen. I'm thinking I might be stretching this on a canvas. That's what I was going to tell you. I started that sentence back before I started telling you about 10 other things. And no, we don't want that. Thank you very much. Ugh. Can you see what happened? I jabbed my knot on the back and it came through. How weird. Obviously, it's not big enough to not come through the linen because it just came through on my needle. Although I have not measured this to fit on a canvas, I was going to leave it on this frame or buy another frame like my previous one. I did it again. Oh, this did not happen the whole entire time I was doing this on my... I give up. I don't know if you can see what happened, but the knot pulled through. I have not had this problem at all since I started this. And now the camera's on. I'm having one of those days and it's going to do it. Thank you. Man, that only took 5 minutes. Issues happen with the best of us. We went grocery shopping. Well, not grocery shopping. We went into the store and we went for this specific brand of vegetable stock. They were out. The label is still on the shelf, but they stacked the shelf with beef and chicken broth, even seafood broth. No vegetable. It's like, come on, people, we use this all the time. Like, I use a box of it a week. Tony uses a box of it a week. I know. All I have to do is throw a bunch of vegetables into a pot and simmer it in water. Add water, simmer it. I know that's all I have to do. It's just not something we do. Might have to start though. So hopefully that store will get it back in. It's the only store in the area that carries it, as far as I've found. So, yeah. Little frustrating. And I got an apple and we got some tomatoes. And then we went, well, actually, first, we went and picked up lunch. So at least I didn't have to come home and make lunch. I got treated to lunch, which was very nice. We pick it up, bring it home, add a couple of our own things to it. And this is the salad that I've said in the past that I make it last 3 days usually. So. Okay. Let's see how much space this bead will take up. All right, I'm going to pop the bead in there. After I scratch my foot, my leg. Okay, let's see if I can make this the right way. We'll go up over here. Pop the bead on. Maybe. Come on, where are you? There it is. Okay, and then I will go down this side. And this one I can definitely go in and out of a couple of times. And the thread is the perfect color to blend in with the bead. Oops. Don't go into the woolly wool over there. Back down that side. There we go. I think I need 1 or 2 knots right here. And as usual, people were driving crazy out on the roads. I mean, I don't get it. People racing past, cutting in and out of traffic, and they get to the traffic light the same time we do. It's like you want to turn around, wave to them like, hi, I'm here. Same time you are, and you were driving all crazy. So, I don't know. Alrighty, I'm going to turn the camera off because I know the time is passing quickly, and I'm going to finish what I'm doing. I just wanted to demonstrate what I was doing. I have to fill in something in here because I don't like seeing the white right there. Under here isn't bothering me so much, but right here bothers me because it fluffs up there, and I don't want to see that white. So I need to do something there, and I need to finish this here, and I need to finish some down here, and I just don't want to keep you while I'm doing that. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, it's all finished. I really, really like this one too. So here it is, up close. I've added beads, which I haven't done before. Lots and lots of knots. Now I could leave it in this frame like it is. I could cut a border around here and fold it under. So it would be like this. Or I could get another frame like this one and put it in there. I think these frames are way dressier than these wooden frames here. Could always paint this frame, I imagine. Could do that. Or the other thing I could do, and let me try and get this undone. I did wrap the underneath, the underneath of that frame, the bottom of that frame. I could put it on this, and of course I would iron it, and I could put it on this canvas. So let me know what you think you would do with it. Get off. Nobody invited you to the party. Let me know what you would do with it, how you would like it presented in your home. If, say, you were to give it to somebody or use it in your own home. Boy, I'm not doing a very good job of this. You get the gist of it. You know, that would be all stapled on neatly and ironed. So let me know what you would think of that. And I know this is really hard for some people. It's extremely hard for me. What would you charge for something like this or this? Now this one's a little bigger and it's got beading and some other elements in it. But I have a cousin who is interested, and I would like to sell them if anybody else is interested as well. I no longer have my Etsy shop, so there's that. But there's other ways to take care of that kind of stuff. So anyhow, yeah, let me know how much you would charge for that or what you would pay for it. Because for me, that's kind of important. And I don't want to cheat myself. Because when you cheat yourself out of your costs and your work, what you're doing is you're also cheating other artists because they feel their work is worth it as well. So just out of curiosity, what would you pay for this or what would you charge for it? Whichever way you want to look at it. But I want to thank you very much for joining me in this manipulated fabric heart that I loved making. I don't know what's next on the books for a project, so I may be missing for a few days or a week. I don't know, because I don't know what's next. I will see everyone in the next one, and I do have a little haul that I'm going to do a video on, but I'm not sure if you're going to see it before this or after this is posted. Take care, everybody. As always, thank you. I appreciate you, as always, being here more than you'll ever know. Thank you to all of my subscribers. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, I'd really appreciate it if you did. Leave comments, hopefully not negative ones, but leave comments below for me. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye.